CMA now. All right, so now we're going to do a quick CMA on this house, right? And if you recall, we pull public records so we know what we're looking at. We do cross property quick. We use the MLS as the center point of our search. We pick everything from active down to sold. Look at that, we have 18 matches within a quarter mile already.
Wow.
That's a hot market. Now, one thing that we should probably just see is style. Because this is a tri-level, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to add down below this bar, I just added style code. And I can pick tri-levels and split entry. And look at that, 5 of the 17 are of that nature. Now, the other things that we're going to do, or we would normally do, is similar bed and bath. I usually do 1.75 or 1.5 plus. What's the square footage?
It's about 1,979.
So we do 20% larger and smaller. So 1,600 to 2,400. And thankfully we didn't lose any of the 5. And then we do year built, 10 years older and 10 years newer. It was built in 63, so we do 53 to 73. Look at that, we lost 4 of the 5. So that's a bummer. I wonder what year they were built. So let's take a look. So that's a subject in 63. That's a tri-level in 88. That's a tri-level in 87. Wow, there's a lot of them around there that were built in the late 80s, early 90s. That's crazy. So that's why ours is listed lower than everybody, right? Because it's older. But let's see if 53 to 73. Let's see if we can find similarly aged ones. Look at that, we only found one more and it was a mile away. Oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Half mile away. And they got 535. Ooh. New flooring. Original kitchen though. You can see the shower has been updated. It's funny. They didn't take a very good picture of that bathroom. The one feature of that bathroom that was noteworthy is the shower.
Yeah.
That's a big, like that's almost handicap access bathroom.
Yeah.
That's a big opening. All right, so that one was in July for 535. Sometimes when homes are that old, I'll just say 1990 or older, because a buyer might be just as interested in an 88 house as they would a 68 house, right? Just depends on its condition. So here's some that are a little bit closer. These are the late 80s ones. Newer kitchen, newer flooring. Look at that. They have a 3-point line in their backyard.
Wow. It's like a makeshift basketball court.
Yeah. They're not really using it for that purpose.
No.
Pergo floors, which are kind of cheap. Kitchen's got some updates, cheap updates though. They use laminate. Ours had tile and tile backsplash, so that was nicer. So this one is newer, but it's smaller and it's inferior in condition. So I think ours is going to sell for more than that one because we got new flooring, new cabinets, new counters, new backsplash, new appliances. Look at that. That's nice.
Yeah, the shower was really nice.
Right? So like we have to find stuff that is as nice as that before being able to predict. This one I went to because it started at 600. Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it started at 565 and they increased it to 600. So this one went pending today. Let's see when they increased it. Oh, that's interesting. So it sold in 4 or 5 days. Went pending back up. Then it fell out of escrow. And they increased the price 35 grand. And I'm guessing it sold for more than 600. Because look at that. It's quartz, all new appliances. So this one's superior to ours. A better and more thorough update than ours. I haven't seen the bathrooms yet, but that's nice. They use barn doors in the master bath, but they use shower curtain, but nice tile in this one. Doesn't look that great from the outside though, does it?
No, not near as nice as the inside.
Look at that. I think that's taped off for a paint job. And they just haven't removed the tape.
Huh.
Or it's overspray, I guess. So yeah, I think it's what you said. I think it'll sell for 600. There might be somebody like, if somebody had me as their agent, I would encourage them to offer like 605 or 607 to beat the other people that thought, oh, 600 might get this one. But I think you could comfortably tell them that they're listed at 520. The value is more like 575, but it's going to probably sell at 6 or above 6. So we have to decide how competitive we want to be. And then I'll say something like this. I'll say, what if I could write a clause that would protect you from paying too much unless there was somebody that pushed you to pay more, right? And that's just an escalator clause, right?
Okay.
And then the other trick, or I shouldn't say trick, it's genuine effort to help somebody get clarity, right? That's our job. And one of the ways you do that is you explain to them what emotional premium is, right? Emotional premium means a house can have a different value for one buyer than it might have for another buyer. And the buyer who thinks it's worth more is because it's in the perfect neighborhood and it's close to friends or family or the right school or whatever. Whereas the other buyer might go, yeah, I mean, those are all good things, but it's not like that different from other neighborhoods or whatever, right? So one buyer might pay more than the next. Well, now think of it along those lines. And what is your emotional premium? Because we know it's going to sell for more than the asking price. How much more? And you want to be thinking about what's the number that you would be happy if you won, but if you lost, you wouldn't feel badly, right? And he'll go, well, I think I'd go to 600. And then you go, okay, what if we went to 600, but somebody else went to 620? Are you going to be sad or mad at me? And he'll say, no, I don't think I would be, or maybe use 610, right? Because then he'll go, well, I wouldn't want to lose it over 10 grand. Okay, should we go to 610 then? And he'll say, yeah. And then you go, okay, what if someone came in at 615? Do you want to lose it over $5,000? Well, no. You know, and you have this back and forth where he's inching up. And at some point he's going to go, Chris, you're just trying to get me to spend more money. And you want to, in all sincerity, you want to look him in the eye and say, no, 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 I swear to God, I'm not. But I also know that if you're only going to miss it by $1,000, you'd probably spend the 1,000, right? So I'm just trying to help you identify what really is an intangible. And that is, at what price would you be happy if you won? But if you lost by $10, you'd say they can have it, they overpaid. And that's not always an easy thing to identify. So that's why I play this little game with you. And they go, oh, I see. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. 615 is my best and final number. Great. That's all I wanted was clarity. And then you write the escalator to 615.
Okay.
If you have good rapport with him, you say, okay, 615 it is. What if, would you do 617 in case someone else stopped at 615? And he'd probably laugh and go, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that, or whatever. So anyway, let me stop the recording.